it's a different kind of material that absorbs the energy. That's a good question, Jason. But it's not singles. No, that was seriously. It's boxed, but it's a weaker box to control the way it crushes a little bit differently than it does in the back. But you can replace that section right here, is what I'm saying.
Right.
So that's your side rails, right? Now the next thing is, it is a ladder frame. Anybody ever climb a ladder that was where the rungs were a little loose? Mm-hmm. Oh God, those aluminum ladders, man. Some of those aluminum ladders, they twist. You know, man, they are awful. You know, you're going to clean out the gutters. Well, maybe not this weekend. So here's the deal. That's when the rungs of the ladder get loose, the ladder wiggles. Well, the same thing. We don't call them rungs on this vehicle. We call them cross members. That's what connects. That's what connects things, right? The cross members are like the rungs of the ladder. All right? The stronger your cross members are, the more they resist twisting, the less your frame is going to twist. You don't want the frame to twist. You want the suspension to move with the irregularities of the road, but not the frame itself. All right? So here's the thing. We have 9 cross members on our truck. I'll give Ford credit. They used to have 7, now they have 8, but we have 9. Ram has 8. And we have better cross members than anybody else. The hardest working cross members are the ones that are under the box here. This box is a container. It doesn't really give any real structural integrity to the, you know, it keeps the mulch from falling out on Route 29, right? Heck, I'll sell you one of these trucks without a box, right? If I want to order one that way, could put a specialized, maybe a refrigerator unit back there or something. So here's the deal. Those cross members that work the hardest are the ones that are not reinforced by the box, right? That's the ones under the box. That cross member right there, and that cross member right there.
And they're hollow all the way through.
Yep. And what shape are they, Steve? They are
oval.
Yeah, they're round.
Yeah.
Right. The reason they're round is, guys, round is the shape that resists twisting better than any other.
Need a cigarette?
No.
Just third business card.
Just grab my business cards.
Question real quick while you do that.
Sure.
How many cross members does a Suburban have? Since it's
Probably 9, I think.
What about a Tahoe?
8 because it's shorter.
Yeah, I figured. I just didn't know.
So here's the deal. Square's real strong if you're pushing down on it, right? But square wiggles, right? If you go to twist it, it would twist. So that's why we don't use square. It twists along these seams. Well, how do you eliminate the seams? Make it round. Round is the strongest architectural shape there is to resist twisting, okay? The Colosseum in Rome, right? The columns are round. The Capitol building, 200 years old. The columns are round. And let me ask you this, fellas. Y'all ever seen a round, square tree? No, Mother Nature's a pretty good engineer, right? Wind blows, trees don't just do this. Trees twist in the wind. Well, you go down to the bottom of the trunk and you cut that tree off, the bottom of that trunk usually is basically round, right? Mother Nature's, oh, I put the grain in a circular pattern. When that tree starts twisting, it's less likely to twist off. That's why we use round cross members. They're big and they're round and they don't twist. Take a roll of toilet paper, paper towels, the center thing right inside, they don't want it to be twisting when you pull the paper towel off, right? What they do, they made it round. It's amazing how strong a round tube is.
Is Ford round?
Say what?
Ford, are they round?
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you.
Rectangular, right?
Yep. Now that's what I'm going to show you. So, here's the thing. So, one of the things you can show the difference is Ford folks got the square cross members. Oh. Here's the Ford. Here's the Ford cross members, folks. These are the ones that would be underneath the bed, right? They're square, or well, they're, you know, triangular, or not triangular,
Rectangular.
rectangular, right? And by the way, all these pictures are on the internet. This one in the back, in other words, the one that corresponds to that one right there, I got to tell you, fellas, it's not very big. In fact, what
Fits
you
inside ours, right?
yeah, that's exactly. You've probably seen this class before. So what you can do is take your business card. This is a great excuse to give your customer a second business card. That's never a bad idea, right? Take your business card and say, "Gee, Mr. Smith, Mrs. Jones, I'm not a Ford guy. I'm not sure, but I know their cross members are not round. They won't resist twisting quite as good as ours. Gosh, I don't need to knock them, but I'm not sure they're as big as ours. I think they're about closer to this size. You might want to check that." And you give them your business card. Well, they go down to the Ford dealership, and in fact, theirs would just about fit inside of ours. Well, when they go down to the Ford dealership, guess what? It ain't even that big. And they're like, holy crap. That's a little rinky-dink cross member for a big old truck. I can't be very strong. Maybe I better go back and speak to Mr. Mason over there where they have bow ties on the grill. So just without bashing our competitor, you put in their mind a comparison and let them draw the conclusion.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, well, perception is reality, and in this case, it literally is the right perception. Our bigger cross members will twist less than their smaller square cross members.
Do you have any idea why they did that, Ford?
I have no idea. It's better than they used to.
They're not
Less
dumb.
material.
They used to just do this. That was what their cross members used to be. This C channel. In fact, Toyota, that's what Toyota does. Toyota, let me build you the back of Here's the back of a Toyota frame. Hold those like that. There's your Toyota frame right there. Nothing but C channel. Now remember we said that we use single C channel here for safety. Toyota must really believe in safety because there's single C channels all the way up to the cab. They got a big crumple zone on those Toyota Tundras. But all kidding aside, ours is a lot better frame setup.
Was my truck a table?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a bench right now. But yeah, the fact that we have round cross members like that, we're the only one that does that right now, I think that's impressive. It's something you can tangibly show the customer without bashing the competitors.
Do you know what Dodge is by chance?
They're square as well, as far as I know. Now, I'm going to take that back, Steve. They got a brand new 2019 out that's starting to hit the dealership. I have not seen one in person. I've been trying to get a hold of one of their diagrams.
Yeah.
I apologize. The further south I go, the more pollen I encounter every day. Okay, so the frame itself